guys, you starting?
Yep.
All right. So this is a contest alert, and some of you may be familiar with this. So I will get some of your feedback and some of your other, like what you already know at the end of this presentation. But first off, we are going to be doing our next project on a contest that Google is going to be doing. It's called Doodle4Google. Has anybody heard of this contest?
Me.
Yes. All right. So all of you, though, probably know the Google platform because you go to it daily, as we all do, and we search for places we eat. We search for information on the web, and we do that general search. So when you go to Google, you generally have some sort of logo that's on there. But sometimes does that logo change?
Yes.
When does it change?
Like every
Yes.
month?
Whenever there's a special event or
Special event, special holiday, special time in history, something like that is going to make the Google logo change. So I did this screen grab when we had Valentine's Day. And so if you went to it on Valentine's Day, you would hit this play and you would have an animation happen. And that's kind of the experience that sometimes the logo changes. And there are actually people that are employed by Google, and that is all they do, is that they are doodle artists. So, oops, can somebody let somebody in? Thank you. So I was intrigued by this, that there are actually artists that work for large companies like Google. So there's many different types of jobs that are at big companies like this. And it's so fun to learn about interesting jobs that you could do one day, which I would have never imagined, because I would love to do this all day long, is to do Doodle. So our job is that we are going to be designing a doodle, and of course they're always around a theme, like a celebration or something like that. So you guys will have a theme, and I'll go over that in a little bit, what the theme is going to be. But this, I want us to get acquainted with all of the variety of Doodles that are out there, and let's look at some of common characteristics and ways that they are vastly different. So out of this slide, I just put an arrangement of different sort of doodles that have been out previously on the website during certain days. So out of these, what are some characteristics that you notice that are the same? Yes, the same.
The O is usually different.
Interesting. Yes, we're going to talk about some things. So what else? What's the same? The same, not different. Same. Yes.
They all say Google.
Very good. They all say Google in some sort of very creative way. They are not done the same way, so we're going to talk about that because that's a major difference. But they all in some way say Google. Anything else that you guys see that's the same? This is hard. It's kind of obvious, but it's hard. Yes. Go. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't raising my hand.
Oh, you're thinking. Yes.
They're all kind of realistic.
Could be. Now, we're going to talk about, they could get more abstract. Yeah.
They're all creative.
They're all creative, yes. But what about they're all in a horizontal format? And that is because on the Google website, there's containers. There's little units in the website, and that's where the logo sits. And these have to fit inside of that. So one part of the competition is your actual illustration, if it's chosen, your doodle, will be featured on the homepage. Yes?
I just remembered something.
Yeah.
Me and my sister use this app called Clip where we animate, and every other month they have a contest, and you have to like fit the stuff in the box. And
Yes.
Whichever one gets chosen, that they put it on YouTube. They go from the best to the worst.
Yeah, so they have to fit inside some containers. So these all do too. So in here, similar to what you said before, are there any letters that are replaced?
Yes.
Yes, which letter? The O. And 90% of the time, that is an easy place because we already have an O. So it's a double letter right there. We already can start reading it. Google. So it's a very readable solution to the logo is one letter is replaced. Now let's look at another example. Are there any animals that are there any letters that are replaced?
No.
No, exactly. So yours does not either.
They were just added to.
They were added to. Very good. But do the letters or the font change from the regular Google logo? So I have it up here.
Yes.
Yes, the letters have changed form, right? The font has changed. Why did the letters change?
Because it suits better the image.
Very good. So what is this image? What do you see? What is the image? Yes.
I see.
I'm raising my hand.
You're raising your hand. Yes.
A blanket.
A
I see
blanket,
kind of
a
blanket.
rug, something like that. And so what did these letters look like? Stitched. So there's a reason. So there's always some reason. The letters are going to change in some way. Either they're going to be replaced by objects or they're going to be replaced stylistically from the regular logo. What else? Are there any letters replaced here? Which ones? Yes. The O's. And?
But you can still see them because of the glasses.
Yes. What were you going to say? What were you going to? The glasses. What about everything? Isn't everything replaced by hair, even though the O's are highlighted?
No.
Everything can be replaced too. So there's so much variety. So I want to show you two winners because it's going to give you the variety and it's going to inspire you that you could be one of these winners as well. So when we look at this, what I see for the future was the theme. Remember I told you at the very beginning there's always a theme. That's the theme of the 2017 winner. And there she is. She's a high school student with her beautiful illustration doodle in the background. So I want you to read off her statement because there's a statement involved in this project. Title of this that she said is A Peaceful Future. Sarah says, my future is a world where we all can learn to love each other despite our religion, gender, race, ethnicity, or sexuality. I dream of a future where everyone is safe and accepted wherever I go, whoever they are. It's beautiful short statement that really illustrate what she was trying to do here, and they play off of each other. So here's my guess. The judges are going to look at your illustration, and they are going to, that's going to stop them. And then they're going to read your beautiful statement, and that's going to play off of each other and solidify why you should be the winner of this competition. And as we can see in her where she ends up putting her Google letters, I love, because if you can see that there's actually on the people, which helps have meaning to this artwork. And we can also see how, if you're looking at this, how abstract some of the letters could be. Because if this was just put on a t-shirt, you may not necessarily see an O. But the context of this project, and because it's all going to be on the Google website, we seek out and we look for these letters and we look for where they are. So you can be pretty abstract in your use. Now I want to show you last year's winner because it's an exact difference from the one that won before. This is the 2018 winner. And the theme was, what inspires me? So this was a second grader. This was the national winner that won out over all of the high schools. What they're looking for is your ideas, and that they are inspired by what you have to show and what you have to write. So this is her illustration. And as you can see, it's not as advanced as a high schooler, but from the standpoint of it inspired the judges, that they were inspired because she wants to be a paleontologist when she grows up. And for such a little girl having such a big dream, and the way that she drew out these, they knew that she knew so much and she was passionate about what she wanted to be when she grew up. And that inspired them, and that's the reason why she won. So you guys are 5th graders, and you will be competing regionally against 5th and 6th graders. Regionally meaning in North Carolina. And then if you win in your regional, then you go on to a national level. The national level, you could win $30,000. You could win also technology from Google, and you and your family could win a trip up to Google headquarters in California where you'll get to meet the doodle artist, and they will actually end up animating your illustration and turning into a live animation that's going to be featured on the Google website for a day. So it's big stuff, and I want you you guys to be inspired by maybe a career path and knowing a little bit more about it, but also be inspired that you guys and your thoughts, because you have big thoughts about what you hope for the future. And so I think that you would love this competition. So I'm going to show you one more slide, which is going to show you what the theme is for this year. So this year's theme is When I Grow Up, I Hope. So this year's theme invites you to show us what you hope for the future. Classrooms on Mars, shoes that can fly, food for everyone, a pill that cures everything. Take your ideas and put them into a doodle. Now, they like to be pretty catchy with their sayings and what they say. Do I think that a classroom on Mars, that can be kind of cutesy? But when you think about who people that won, they like to know that something's inspirational. So they want to hear what inspires you and what you hope for when you grow up. So, a couple things as you start thinking. Oh, and I've also got a video, and I want to show you. Yes. Oh.
Is it optional?
We are going to be working on this. This is a good question. It is optional if you end up submitting yours to the competition. It's not optional on working on ideas in the classroom. So we have, is that a good answer? We have 2 class periods that you get to work on this in my classroom. But if you want to carry this on outside the classroom, you're more than welcome. And I'm going to partner up with your technology teacher because I couldn't do this all in just this classroom because there's a statement involved in this. So you are going to be getting this sheet of paper from the technology teacher. And on here is where you're going to write your statement. So you're going to be getting this to fill out. It's going to be having information about you, your parents' telephone number, and your email address, and then you're going to write your statement. So you have time on this class to start thinking about what you hope for the future, and then you're going to be working in that class on writing your statement. Those coupled up together, we're going to paste your image that you draw in here or outside this classroom, and I will mail them off for you, and we'll submit them to the competition. So today, I'm going to show a video, but what you're going to get is you're going to get a blank sheet of paper to practice doodling on, and you can get, when you're done with that, you can get your blank sheet of paper that we are going to actually draw your finished artwork on, and colored pencils and things like that that you can start coloring with if you so desire. So that's what you're going to get today to work on. I'm going to show you a short video right now that you can watch, and it's going to give you some more inspiration, hopefully, on some student work. All right, you can stop your video.